Yeah. Yeah.
no shades on. Hustle real hard, no days off. Hold me down, unless we all get caught up. Young boy, like Braveheart. You know what it is, you know what it ain't. Get it how you live, take it to the bank. Night time, don't get jumped. Bike ride with the clip top. Had them all ops copy, slipping the store clerk. Got the cops involved. My pops came through in a clutch before I saw the autopsy. Imagery ran the streets, so but not this long. Get out the way, about to make this money. Sky blue drip, and it's real sunny. DEA ain't getting up from it. Jury found no guilt, you'll be lost in judgment.
can't tell how someone feels just by looking at them or what they share online. To the outside world, our lives may look perfect, even if in reality they aren't. I'm always worrying about doing well at school, and with the end of year test coming up, I'm not sure how much longer I can cope. My thoughts swarm around my head, sometimes keeping me up all night. Some days it's just all too much, and I feel like I'm lost in space. When I did badly on one of my tests, I just about kept it together until I got home. Then I broke down crying in front of my mum. She listened for a bit, and then she told me that, just like physical health, we all have mental health. It's our feelings, our thinking, our emotions, and our moods. She then said that feeling down, angry, and stressed is a normal part of life, just like it's normal to feel happy, confident, and carefree sometimes. We all have positive and negative emotions that come and go based on what's happening around us. These are everyday feelings. Good mental health means experiencing negative emotions. It's not always about being happy. Mum can relate to the feelings of stress. So when Mum suggested I take a break from everything and do something I enjoy, I actually took her advice. So I made myself a hot chocolate, snuggled up in a duvet and watched a film. And you know what? Afterwards I felt so much better. Mum should take her own advice.
Most of us only ever share the good things. We don't like to share how we really feel. Every morning when I wake up, negative thoughts stream through my head. Getting out of bed and pretending I'm okay takes all the energy I have. As the day goes on, the negative thoughts turn from a stream into a river. The water rushes through my head so loudly it's hard to concentrate in lessons. And some days it's so bad it feels like a waterfall that's trying to pull me over the edge. Everything is so overwhelming. I didn't think my friends would understand if I told them how down I was feeling. But when Sasha opened up to me about how stressed she was feeling, I told her. I wasn't sure how to bring up how I'd been feeling, so I started by saying that I didn't feel like myself. Just her listening made me feel like she understood. She told me some things that had helped her, so I tried them too, but it didn't make much of a difference. Even when I tried to be around my friends, I felt alone. The things I used to enjoy weren't fun anymore.
I was really worried about Andre and not sure what to do. He was quiet and wasn't hanging out with us like he used to. So I asked our head of year for some advice. He suggested I get Andre to speak to him since his negative feelings weren't going away.
I didn't want to speak to our head of year, but I also didn't want to keep feeling so down, so I went. He said that sometimes we have overwhelming feelings that can be more intense than our everyday feelings. These feelings hang around for a long time and change the way we feel, think, and behave. They can stop us doing what we want to in life. That's what I was going through. He also said that if we're physically unwell, we let people know, we ask for help. It should be no different with mental health. Sometimes our overwhelming feelings are brought on because of things in our life. Sometimes they happen for no reason at all. After hearing this, I felt much less alone and it felt good to talk. Scientists have found exercise can help when you're feeling low, so our head of year encouraged me to sign up to the school football club, which Sasha was already in. I still have days when the river is there, but now I'm beginning to understand my mental health. I'm learning how to cope. Our head of year reminded me that my friends, family, teachers, and lots of others at school are there to help just as much as he is. I had no idea the people around me could be so understanding. And while it's not always easy to talk about my mental health, the person I'm talking to might be able to help. If you don't feel like talking, that's fine. You could try writing, sports, reading, art, music, playing with your pet, whatever makes you feel better.
If you're the person someone talks to when they're struggling, just listen with no pressure or judgments. You don't have to have the answer. If you feel unsure about anything, you can speak to a trusted adult. Talking about mental health doesn't have to be difficult. After all, it's something we all have.
At Auburn, we commit to hard work, to an exceptional education that serves humanity, to our creed that's inspired generations of the Auburn family, keeping us grounded, yet groundbreaking. You'll find us at the forefront of every challenge, building intelligent systems, resilient communities, and a safer, healthier tomorrow. Because when the work of the world demands the best and brightest, it will find them right here.
Parenting your teen, it might be time to take a new approach. Visit boystown.org/parenting. Whether you're the parent of a toddler, teen, or someone in between, we've got parenting guides, articles, videos, quick tips, and even live parent talks with Boys Town experts. Boys Town, take your parenting skills to new heights.
Hello everyone and welcome to Auburn Arena, and we're about getting ready to get underway between the Auburn Tigers and the Lee Scott Warriors. I'm joined by my co-host Andrew Faircloth. And Andrew, can you give me a little bit of a brief overview of this matchup tonight?
Yeah, Reese, this is a highly anticipated matchup, as this is the first time the Auburn High Tigers take on the Lee Scott Warriors from down the road. Look for the Lee Scott Warriors to come into this matchup tonight with a chip on their shoulder. I mean, they're recently reclassified from AHSAA. This is a team that can prove a lot tonight if they can pull out the win.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, just from down the road, 3A this year actually, just now have been classified. And I just kind of want to talk about this Tigers team. What are some things you saw last game from this Tigers team?
Last game, the juniors for the Auburn High Tigers led the way. Conley Etheridge with 12 kills, 8 digs. Zoe Stowe with 11 digs. And Lindsay Faison led the way with 12 kills, 13 digs, and 3 aces. I look for these Tigers to make a big impact on this matchup tonight.
Yeah, I mean, the Tigers 3-0 sweep last week against the Wildcats and looking for another win here. And, you know, Coach Brian Wheatley actually, you know, first-year Auburn head coach, looking really good to start this season. Can you just give a little bit of a overview for Coach Wheatley?
Coach Wheatley, the accolades go on and on for Coach Wheatley. He's a member of the USA Volleyball Hall of Fame. He's a 6-time state champion.
Dang.
He has over 90 athletes signed to play collegiate ball. I mean, he's been a winner since the beginning of his career. He is at 80% winning percentage as a head coach.
Yeah, this Tigers team, you know, already, like I said, good start to this season at 6-2, looking to improve to 7-2. But yeah, that's gonna do it for now, and we hope to see you back to start this game between the Lee Scott Warriors and the Auburn High Tigers.
What? Come on, Ray! Oh, come on! Oh, what a bad call! You have no business being out there. Terrible!
You know, I'm a person too.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you
currently serving military vets or immediate families of troops killed in action, VetTix is for you. Sign up for free to become a VetTixer and start creating new happy memories that will last a lifetime. Go to vettix.org to become a member now. VetTix, give something to those who gave.
This is the story of a boy who didn't talk for a long time. The boy liked things to always be the same. Any changes would scare and upset him. The unknown was an unfriendly place. The boy was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. He wasn't trying to be mean, it just made him feel uncomfortable. Sometimes he would flap his arms again and again.
One day, I found out I have something called autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I found my voice and learned all the ways I could live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Auburn High School for tonight's matchup between the visiting Leaf Scout Warriors and your Auburn Tigers. At this time, we'd like to ask you to please rise and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. First, number 1, Ellie Pruitt. Number 4, Leighton Scott. Number 6, Lila Ingram. Number 7, Olivia Gibson. Number 11, KK Hargrave. Number 12, Rayleigh Langford. Number 13, Elliot Scott. Number 14, Hayden Watley. Number 15, Avery Dunn. And number 16, Adeline McCullough. The head coach is Jordan McManus. Remember, fans, when Auburn scores a point, I'll say point, and you say Auburn. Point! Point! Auburn scores a point, I'll say point, you say Auburn. Point!
And we are back in Auburn Arena, and we are just about underway here between the Lee Scott Warriors and the Auburn High Tigers. You know, Andrew, like you said before this game, you said this Auburn team's been very dominant. And what are you looking forward to in this matchup for the Tigers to get a win?
I would look for the Tigers to keep it clean on serve tonight and just keep it smooth and not a lot of errors tonight. That's what I would look for the Tigers to do tonight.
Yeah, and this Lee Scott team, you know, not a lot of depth, not as much depth as this Tigers team has. So Tigers might win on that side of or they might get an advantage there. I think Lee Scott might get to start the serve here. And you know, last week we saw Enterprise come in. Very good matchup between Auburn and Enterprise, and I think this will be a good matchup here if Lee Scott Academy keeps up with the pace of Auburn's game. Lee Scott serves it there. And there's Stow. Gabby Stringer. A big kill there for Gabby Stringer.
Last matchup, she led the way. She was a very impactful role for the Tigers last matchup with 5 kills. Back to serve, looks like it's Conley Etheridge.
Yeah, Etheridge last week, one of the key players you highlighted in pregame, and good job there by Etheridge, but that's going to go to Lee Scott.
Just to highlight last matchup, Enterprise was a big win for the Tigers. The Enterprise team had made it to back-to-back Final Fours, had beaten the Auburn High Tigers 5 out of the last 6 matchups.
There was Stow there with a big hit, and then there's Stringer again. Another good job there by Stringer. And you know, Stringer last week, just phenomenal performance for Stringer. So already starting off good here tonight, Gabby Stringer.
At the serve, looks like Zoe Stow.
Stow with the serve here. Yeah, this Lee Scott team, like I said, not a lot of depth on this Lee Scott team, and Stow just misses it right there, and Lee Scott's going to get a point there, so tie this one back up 2-2.
Yeah, but like I said in pregame, Reese, I'd look for this Lee Scott team, despite the lack of depth, and I expect a lot of fight out of this Lee Scott team, though.
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing you got to have. You know, Enterprise we saw last week had a lot of fight in them, just kept coming back. So, yeah, I mean, if this Lee Scott team can keep the fight going with Auburn, I think they might have a chance to get a win.
I look to see tonight, Reese, how Lee Scott handles the adversity. I mean, the Tiger cage is just like last week. It's jumping. I mean, last week with a record-setting attendance of around 700, and just as packed out tonight.
Yeah, and this Lee Scott team already, you know, keeping the pace early here.
What a dig from number 11 on the Lee Scott Warriors.
Good block there by, looked like Campbell Fettner with a big block there. You know, Campbell Fettner had some good blocks last week for the Tigers, and just another great one there.
Campbell Fettner, she's a very big leader on this team. She's a AHSAA All-Star, South All-Star. She's a big leader on this team with another block.
Yeah, big block there by Campbell Fettner again. So already 2 blocks for Fettner early in this matchup, and the Tigers are already up by 3. Looks like Dickinson's going to be back to serve here. Good serve there by Dickinson. The Tigers already up 4 early, and Tigers getting some momentum. And, you know, Lee Scott fans did travel from down the road to come watch this one. And now Dickinson to serve. Another good serve there by Dickinson. Yeah, Dickinson set that one up for it looked like Campbell Fettner there, and Campbell Fettner with another point for the Tigers, and already 7-2.
One thing to highlight, Reese, the Tigers are really relying on their middle hitters tonight. When they faced off against Enterprise, they faced off against a Purdue commit in the middle, so they passed it out they set it out to their outside hitters more, but in this matchup, it looks like they're hammering in down the middle on the Lee Scott Warriors.
Yeah, and then you saw right there just a minute ago, that one got out of bounds there, so the Tigers already up 8-2. I mean, like you said, yeah, their middle hitters so far tonight have been really good. Lee Scott all over the place right now, just can't get any momentum going. Dickinson set that one up for Faison, and then right there you saw Etheridge almost was able to get it, but Lee Scott's going to get the point on that one. So 8-3 now, early on in this first set. And remember, if any of y'all in the broadcast, watching this broadcast, are new to volleyball, it is 1st to 25. Now Lee Scott with the serve there. Etheridge to Dickinson. Dickinson almost, to Liv Reese almost got a point there, almost got a kill. And now
nice dig from Etheridge. Sets over this like Faison. What a kill. Cross court hit.
Yeah, we saw a lot of kills from Faison last week actually, like you highlighted, and
led the team with 12 kills.
Yeah, another good good kill there for Faison.
One thing to highlight on this Auburn High roster, they're led by senior leaders Campbell, Fettier, Gabby Stringer, but there's a lot of youth on this team. Lindsey Faison is a sophomore. He plays a very, very large role in this team.
Tigers with the serve there in that one. Looks like Lee Scott's gonna let that one go. And now coming in the game for the Warriors, looks like it's gonna be Ellie Pruitt. Now served by the Warriors here. Just outside there by Taliv Reese. So Lee Scott getting back in this one, getting a little bit of momentum here in the middle, like I guess you could say the middle of this first set here. Lee Scott with the serve, and that one's gonna go out of bounds. So Tigers gonna get a point. Makes it 10-5 now.
It's like Bentley Lassiter is back there to serve.
Lassiter with the serve.
Nice spot serve from Lassiter. Another ace for the Tigers.
Yeah, Tigers, I think it's already 3 aces for the Tigers. And I think that they had a lot of aces last week against Enterprise. A lot of mistakes by the Wildcats last week. And looks like the Warriors already making some mistakes. And now looks like Pruitt there's gonna hit that one out. So Tigers gonna get another point. Go up 12-5 here against these Warriors.
Reese, I think it's important to highlight the environment of the game right now. You have on the home side the AHS unit. On the other side, you got the Lee Scott student section packed out just as much, if not more. This is the kind of anticipation that you want for the volleyball sport.
Yeah.
The kind of culture that Coach Brian Wheatley brought to Auburn.
Yeah, I mean, like last week we saw it was almost a sold-out crowd, and then you see a point there by the Tigers. But yeah, it was almost a sold-out crowd, and you know, going to this break here, really quick timeout by the Tigers, or actually by the Warriors. But yeah, I mean, last week you saw this crowd was packed out for the first volleyball game. Coach Wheatley, you know, was spreading the news all over campus to tell everybody to come, and I heard from sources tonight that actually free pizza was provided to the students for them to come to this game. So students definitely did show out. You can see some of the football players tonight showed out. Actually, most of the football players last week did. So yeah, the student body for Auburn already showing out big for this volleyball season.
If you look into the AHS unit, you can see that some students are wearing togas. This is for the Beat Opelika Spirit Week, which will be the Opelika Auburn football game will also be broadcasted right here on mass media, so stay tuned for that on Friday night. Lassiter back there to serve.
A good serve there by Lassiter.
Another ace for the Tigers. The Tigers really find a lot of holes in this Lee Scott defense.
Yeah, I mean, you saw right there, it looked like she was going for the dig, and then she just, you know, hesitated right there at the end, so not too good there for Lee Scott Warriors.
Nice dig.
Yeah, there's Stringer again, and good block there by Lee Scott. Etheridge tried to get that one over, but just couldn't quite get that one over there for Etheridge.
On Auburn, she tooled the block, which is what you'll see a lot of these hitters from Auburn. They'll tool the block off the Lee Scott front line. Lassiter back to serve.
Yeah, it looked like
another ace for the Tigers.
It looked like Pruitt missed that one there, so gonna be another point for the Tigers, 17-5. Lassiter back to serve again. Another good serve by Lassiter. Pruitt with a hill over there, but gets out of bounds. So Tigers going to be another Tigers point there after it goes out of bounds.
Tigers take a commanding 18-5 lead. Just a reminder, the sets go to 25.
Yeah, and there's Stringer again in the front for the Tigers. Leading the pack, and there's Etheridge.
Swing from Etheridge.
Hunley Etheridge with a big point there, and now the Tigers up 19-5. And, you know, like you said before the game started, Conley Etheridge last week had a big game, so really looking good already for Etheridge in this first set. There's Lasker with the serve.
Another ace for the Tigers.
I think that's already the 5th or 6th ace in this first set for the Tigers, and it's going to be a timeout for Lee Scott. And you know, Andrew, what have you seen so far in this first set from Auburn and Lee Scott?
Auburn is playing a lot of clean volleyball. They're finding a lot of holes in the Lee Scott defense. I look for Lee Scott to try it and break the serve more and see if they can get into more of a rally and see if they can pick off some points here and try to climb back into the set.
Yeah, I mean, Lee Scott down big right now, but still a chance to come back. You know, like you said, 1st to 25 wins the set, so Lee Scott still has a chance to come back in this first set. And they're going to have to do it now if they want to stop these Tigers. Now Lasker going to be back there to serve again. Lasker's been back there for a while serving right now. And Lasker with the serve. Sets it up for Pruitt. Get a little kill for Pruitt there. Pruitt's going to come out of the game. It looks like Avery Dunham's going to come in the game.
That was a nice tip from Pruitt. I'd like to continue seeing more of that from Lee Scott. See if they can find more holes in this Auburn defense.
Serve about Lee Scott, and Stow just, you know, dodges that one right there and is able to get the Tigers a point.
Harper Gamble checking in for the Tigers. It's like Eliza Hill is back there to serve.
Yeah, saw Eliza Hill get some action last week, and
she picked up around 4 aces last game for the Tigers. Big, strong serve.
It's like Dunham there with a good, almost a kill there.
That's up strong.
Good block by Dunham. Now going to set up Etheridge, and looks like that's going to go to Lee Scott there. Looks like Hayden Watley going to come in the game for the Warriors now. 21-7, kind of looks like a football score up there right now. But Tigers have a lot of momentum towards the end of this first set here.
As this sets up
to Gamble.
Nice cross court here. That'll be a kill for Gamble.
So Gamble going to get a kill there. And the Tigers 3 points away from winning this first set. This will be a big first set win for the Tigers. You know, as I mentioned, swept the Enterprise Wildcats last week, who did have a D1 commit to Purdue. So looks like Etheridge going to be back there to serve for the Tigers. Etheridge with the serve.
Nice block from Stringer.
Now looks like Pruitt's going to hit that one for try to get a kill there. It's like Faison with a big kill right there. And the Tigers only 2 points away now from winning this first set.
Faison, even though she's a sophomore, she's a big leader on this team. She had 12 kills, 13 digs, 3 aces. Kind of did it all for the Tigers last matchup.
Etheridge with the set.
Just outside.
Yeah, they're going to let that one go, sail out of bounds. So 23-8 now. Lee Scott's got to get some momentum back if they want to win this set here, but, you know, down big in this first set. Sets it up to Faison. Faison going to hit that one over.
Good swing from Faison. What a kill.
Yeah, another big kill for Faison. So 24. This is going to be match point here for the Tigers with Stow.
Stow looking to win the set for the Tigers with his serve. The Union is just outside. Lee Scott.
Looked like that was a little inside, but, you know, ref's call, so. Now looks like Dunham's back to serve for the Warriors. Dunham with the serve. And good block there by the Warriors. By Olivia Gibson. Good block by Olivia Gibson there for the Warriors. So Warriors getting a little momentum towards the end of the set. Now Dunham back to serve. Good dig by Faison. Stow gonna hit that one over. Now Stow gonna try to, it looks like Faison saved that one there. It looked like Stow was gonna try to save it. Faison.
Nice dig from Faison. As it tips it back over.
And that's gonna be match point there, and that's the end of the first set. The Tigers win it 25-10, up 1-0. And I mean, Andrew, what did you see in that first set from the Lee Scott Warriors and the Auburn Tigers?
I saw a lot of dominance behind the serve line for the Tigers. I mean, there had to be 6 to 7 aces for the Tigers. Honestly, for Lee Scott, they need to play more clean volleyball. Like, they need to set up their hitters more and just put their hitters in the best position to get them into more rallies and see if they can take a set here.
Yeah, I mean, really, as you saw there, you saw Lee Scott wasn't able to, they weren't able to gain any momentum. I mean, a little bit towards the end of that first set there. And then, you saw Auburn was just able to, just come out early and get a big first set win. And honestly, the Tigers, good first set win for them right here. And if they can win these next 2 sets, then they're going to get a big win against this Lee Scott team.
It's a lot of the same things we saw last week that helped the Tigers pick up a great win against Enterprise, Faison with a bunch of kills this past set. Etheridge, bunch of kills. I'd continue to look for that for the Tigers, to continue setting up their hitters and Gabby Stringer, Conley Etheridge, Lindsay Faison. I'd look for the Tigers to continue setting up those players.
Yeah, I mean, we're almost ready to get this second set going here. But as you can see on the court, it looks like some of the student athletes here for Auburn doing a little volleyball challenge. But I mean, yeah, as you highlighted, Faison, a younger leader on this Tigers team who is a lot older. They have a lot of older players on this Tigers team, and Faison, one of the younger people on this team, just really been able to show a leadership role for the Tigers, and she's already showing out tonight against this Lee Scott Warriors team. So looking really good to start this first set.
And again, Reese, I like to put a lot of praise to this Lee Scott team. I mean, they're recently reclassified from AHSAA. You look at their schedule, they picked up a few wins against Horseshoe Bend, Holtville, Dadeville. Just last weekend, the Mac Attack tournament over there in Montgomery Academy. They played some good competition, Brubaker Tech, Lamp, picked up a good win against Wetumpka. But this Auburn High, I don't think the Lee Scott Warriors have faced a team with this amount of talent that our Auburn High Tigers possess. But I'd like to give a lot of praise to them. They're handling this adversity pretty well. They're brand new to public ball. So I'd just like to see how they adjust from their first set playing against a 7A powerhouse like in Auburn, and see how they adjust to the different play styles.
Yeah, I mean, Lee Scott still, I think they have a favorable schedule to where they could possibly, make the playoffs in 3A this season. And like you said, they were really good in private school league. So,
they ended their season in the Final Four last year with just a loss to the eventual state champions and Hooper Academy down there in AHSAA ball. So this is a team that's used to being competitive in their classification. I'd like to see them continue to do that in 3A.
Yeah, I mean, they're playing some tough teams there in 3A, so really looking forward to seeing what this Lee Scott team can do for the rest of this matchup, and also, moving forward after this matchup. And we're just about ready to get this second set started here. And, Lee Scott looking to tie it up against these Tigers in Auburn Arena. Last week, like I said, didn't see Enterprise win a set at all. So, Lee Scott trying to make it to where the Tigers will lose their first set at home this season. So far, Tigers 4-0 at home in sets. Looks like Eliza Hill back there to serve. Eliza Hill serve. That's going to be out.
Another ace for the Tigers.
Yeah, Tigers got a lot of aces tonight. We saw that a lot last week against Enterprise. So, and like you mentioned, Hill had about 3 to 4 aces last week. So, yeah, Hill's going to be back there to serve it again. Good dig there from the Warriors. Sets it up for Etheridge. And Etheridge with a kill there, and the Tigers up 2-0. Start the second set.
One thing to point out, the Tigers are either serving it deep or they're finding a hole in the Lee Scott defense, which is really disrupting Lee Scott's offense. Like you see on the Auburn High Tigers, they're getting good sets. They're setting up their hitters really well. Lee Scott can't do that tonight with Auburn's strong serving.
Yeah, I mean, really, you see a lot of open space for Auburn to hit it in. So Lee Scott just not, their defensive attack's not very good right now. And I think that one's gonna go to Auburn actually. Thought it was gonna go to Lee Scott because it bounced off of one of the Lee Scott girls, but that one looks like it went out of bounds. So Tigers gonna get a point there. Another ace for Eliza Hill. Now Eliza Hill back to serve again. Hill with the serve.
Another deep serve from the Tigers.
Yeah, Pruitt.
Lee Scott can't get their hitters set up.
It's like Hill's
big swing from Etheridge.
Now Pruitt gonna try to get a kill here.
Dig from Etheridge.
Good block there from Dunham. And Faison.
Backcourt attack.
Yeah, Faison with a kill there. Big kill for Faison. So already 4-0 to start the second set for the Tigers. And Hill's going to be back there again serving, and I think this is going to be the 5th straight time she's been back there to serve. Hill with the serve here. Pruitt can't really get that one over the net. Just saved there, and I think it's going to be a net violation.
A lot of praise to Eliza Hill. The deep serves are really disrupting Lee Scott's offense. They can't get their hitters set up, and it's really making it easy for the Tigers to really take control of this set early on.
Hill to serve now. Another ace for Hill. I think it's already, 4 on the day for Hill today, so already a good day for Hill. And Tigers up 6-0 against the Warriors already. Hill back to serve again. We're going to try to get a kill here, but Pruitt just out there, so it's going to be a point for the Tigers. So it's 7-0, and you wonder, is Lee Scott going to call a timeout here to regroup? I mean, already down 7-0 to start the second set. Not looking good, but Hill here going to serve it for the Tigers.
Nice attack from the Lee Scott Warriors. Big swing from Etheridge. Tools the block. Point Auburn.
Yeah, Etheridge, a lot of kills already in this matchup for her, so she's looking really good already in this second set. And now Hill back to serve for the 8th time tonight.
Just out.
So that's going to go to Lee Scott. Lee Scott finally gets on the board after it's been a while for Lee Scott. So 8-1 now, and
Lee Scott had a lot of service errors last set. I would look for Lee Scott to serve it cleanly, get the ball over and in, and give their defense a chance.
Looks like Stringer kind of misread that setup there, so looks like it's going to be Lee Scott point again. And Lee Scott trying to, get some momentum and get a little comeback here to see what they can do. Now the Warriors with the serve. Looks like Etheridge hits that one off the net, so Auburn, few mistakes here, and Lee Scott's jumping back in this one.
Nice 3-0 run from the Warriors.
Yeah, looks like Hargrave back there to serve again. Hargrave with the serve.
Sets up Stringer, blocked from Lee Scott.
Stow with the dig over there. Good block there by Stringer. Didn't quite get that one. There's Stow with the dig. Sets it up for
Etheridge. Down the line, point Auburn.
Yeah, Etheridge
what a
gonna
kill.
Get the point there. So 9-3 already, and Etheridge, I think that's another kill for her. So I think it's 2 in this set already. It's like Hiller back there to serve. There's Pruitt with the
Nice
dig.
dig from Hiller. Facing with this strong swing.
It's like a double. I think it's going to be a double hit there, yeah. So Tiger's going to get the point off of that double hit. Now 10-3. Just another mental mistake there for the Lee Scott Warriors. Hiller back to serve again. Hiller's going to serve. Good serve by Hiller there. Pruitt's going to. Bad dig there by Pruitt. So Tiger's going to get a point there. 11-3 now in this second set. And Tiger's kind of running away with this one already. Hiller back to serve for the third time now. Hiller with a clean serve. And that's going to be Tiger's point.
It's another ace for the Tigers tonight. The serving is really impressive from the Tigers. I looked for that. Against Enterprise, the Tigers served well, but they had a lot of service errors. Not a lot of aces tonight. A lot of clean serving from the Tigers.
And now it looks like Hiller back to serve again for the fourth straight time. So Tigers going to try to keep the momentum going here. Hiller with a clean serve again. And that's going to be Tigers' point again. No, actually, my mistake there. It looked like Tigers were celebrating, but Lee Scott's going to get the point. Thought that one went in bounds, but just looked like a little bit out of bounds for Tigers right there. So.
And if you're Lee Scott, this is a big point right here if you're trying to get back into this set.
Daniel, Lee Scott, like I said, a lot of mental errors.
Facing with a big kill.
Yeah, Faison, first set had a bunch of kills, and there's another kill there for Faison, so just leading this team again.
Lassiter checking in for the Tigers.
Yeah, Lassiter, we saw her serve a lot back in the first set, so she's coming back out again to serve some more. Now Lassiter with the serve here. Good dig by the Warriors. And that's a good block by Faison, and that's going to be Tigers' point. So 10-point game here, 14-4.
There's a lot of height on this Auburn front line. It's clearly disrupting the Lee Scott Warrior attack.
Lassiter with the serve now.
Nice.
Miscommunication by the Lee Scott Warriors there, and the Tigers going to get another point. Like I said, a lot of mental mistakes for this Lee Scott team, and it looks like Lee Scott's actually going to take a timeout first of this set. So, so far, Andrew, what have you seen in this second set that's kind of caught your eye?
I've seen a lot of clean volleyball from Auburn. It just highlights the discipline that Coach Wheatley has brought to Auburn. 30 years down in Venice, 29 playoff appearances. He brought the same discipline and culture to Auburn. That's evident in this matchup.
Yeah, like you said, Coach Wheatley just bringing a lot of culture down to this Auburn High team. Last year, this Auburn High team, very good team last year. Made it to state finals, actually. So just a great year last year. And I think this year is going to be an even better year with a great 6-2 start for this Auburn High volleyball team. And already up big in the second set against the Lee Scott Warriors. So, yeah. Now we're just back from the timeout here. Looks like Lassiter's going to serve it. Yeah, Lassiter back to serve now. Yeah, this Tigers volleyball team, not a team to mess around with, and I think it's going to be a great season for this team. That one's going to be out there from the Tigers, so Lee Scott going to get a point. 15-5 now.
Stringer checking in for the Tigers. Dunham's back to serve for the Warriors.
Yep, good serve there by Dunham. Stow there.
So it's a Fettner with a big cross-court swing on Auburn.
Yeah, Fettner, just absolutely dominating. She dominated in part of that first set, and you see her back again in this second set just with a dominant kill there.
Dickinson checking in to serve for the Tigers. She was a strong server for the Tigers last matchup against Enterprise. Couple aces on the night for her last matchup.
Now with the dig, and there's Fettner again.
That's a Fettner with another kill. Fettner really taking control of this set. Dickinson back to serve again for the Tigers.
Yeah, we saw that from Fettner. Like I said, last set, there was like 2 straight times that she did the same exact thing right there with getting some kills. So she got another kill there.
ace for Dickinson. Just highlighting the strong serving from this Auburn High Tiger team.
Yeah, it looks like the Tigers tonight, everybody's playing a big part in this lead so far for the Tigers. Now Dickinson back to serve again. Great serve by Dickinson.
Nice swing.
Like facing gonna hit that one over, and that's
point Auburn.
Yeah, it's gonna be point Auburn here.
Say the Lee Scott player touched it.
Yes.
Dickinson back to serve again.
Tigers already up big here in this second set, looking for another set win to go up 2-0. And you know, if they win that next set after that, it'd be 3-0, and they would get the sweep.
Look for a lot of discipline to show from this Auburn High team and see if they can keep the pedal to the metal and win this set. This is the type of discipline you need to make a run in 7A volleyball. I'm liking what I'm seeing from the Tigers.
And Dickinson with a good serve there. Scott sets it up, but Faison gets it on the dig. And that's actually, I think that's going to be a net violation. So, yeah, it's going to be 20-5 now. Tigers 5 points away from another set win here. And Dickinson back to serve again.
Strong serve.
And a good block there by Campbell Fettner. And that's going to be another Tigers point. So Campbell Fettner already 3 points, actually 2 kills in this set, and then also 1 block. So very good for Campbell Fettner. Dickinson back to serve again. Looks like Pruitt gets that one. A nice dig there by Scott. Mason just kind of loops that one over, but that's going to be Lee Scott's point there. Warriors finally get a little bit of momentum going with a point there. You know, they were scoreless for a while. Now it looks like Scott back to serve here. And
just outside point Auburn.
Yeah, Stow let that one go over her head. You saw Stow last matchup, actually. You know, she let a lot go over her head, or she would dodge them, you know, if they were going out of bounds. She's really good at
a lot of discipline from Stow.
She's good at communicating.
And that's what you like to see from the libero of your team, to be disciplined and set up your hitters well.
That's just going to go out.
Another strong serve from the Tigers, another ace.
Yeah, so now the Tigers 2 points away from winning the second set. And be big if they'd win that second set, because if they win the third set, they will get a sweep against this Lee Scott team.
Looks like Ava Barron back there to serve.
Yeah, new face back there to serve now. Barron with the serve.
Strong serve.
A little bit of miscommunication there, and Etheridge just, you know, found a good gap right there. Lee Scott, you know, a lot of just mental mistakes for this Lee Scott team, and Etheridge was able to find a gap there.
Set point for the Tigers as Barron's back there to serve. Coach Wheatley firing up the crowd.
Yeah, Wheatley firing up this crowd. Now the serve by the Tigers. Good serve there. Almost a block by Campbell Fettner again.
Etheridge.
Pruitt gets a dig there. Nice dig by Pruitt. Dickinson sets it up for Etheridge, and Etheridge going to loop that one over. Almost a block by the Tigers. Stow almost got to that one, but just couldn't quite get there, so Lee Scott's going to get the point to keep this set alive. Still going to be set point here, though, for the Tigers. Lee Scott's going to have a heck of a comeback if they want to make this any closer here to end the second set. Now Scott back to serve. Stow with a great dig. Stow, it looks like
point Lee Scott.
Yeah, point Lee Scott. Maybe hit the net there. So it looks like Scott's going to be back to serve here. Scott with the serve. Good dig by Stow there. Dickinson sets up Etheridge.
Nice hit. Tools off the block, point Auburn, and the Tigers take the second set here, Reese.
Yeah, I mean, already looking good, up 2-0. I mean, Andrew, what did you notice in that second set that got the Tigers this win?
I saw a lot of clean serving from the Tigers. The serving from the Tigers really caused a lot of problems for the Lee Scott defense, and that kind of shows and highlights the difference in play from coming from AHSAA ball and their previous schedule. I mean, Lee Scott was tested last weekend when they played Baker Tech, Dadeville. But this is an Auburn High Tiger team who has beat teams like Bayside Academy who has 21 out of the last 22 state championships in their classification, which is a national record in volleyball. Yeah. So this Tiger team is tested and disciplined, and that's what you really saw in that last set.
Yeah, I mean, and as you mentioned, the Baker Tech team, we saw the Auburn Tigers play them last year actually in volleyball, and I mean, it was a pretty decent matchup for a while. Baker Tech was able to stay in it, so Lee Scott playing some decent teams in 3A already. So
a lot of praise for Lee Scott. Like, this is a tough schedule for them. Auburn will be a powerhouse in 7A, and this is great experience for them. And I like what I saw from Lee Scott. They're adjusting well to the serving from Auburn, and
yeah, I mean, I feel like if you had to say anything about Lee Scott, you know, you would say they've just kind of made a lot of mental mistakes here tonight in these first two sets that have really kind of, you know, set the tone for the game, where Auburn's been able to, you know, blow them out in these sets. But I mean, if you go and fix some of those things in practice and just, you know, regroup after this game, I feel like Lee Scott's going to have a pretty good season in 3A. We're just about underway here to start this third set. And I mean, if the Tigers win this set here, it will be another home sweep for the Tigers. And, you know, we saw them last week get a sweep against the Wildcats, and they get a sweep here. That'd be big for Coach Wheatley and his program.
Coach Wheatley, he's really trying to establish a home court advantage for the Tigers. And you can see it in the crowd. There's a lot more energy behind this program since Wheatley's arrived on campus. And I'd like to see the Tigers take home another sweep tonight.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be great if you could get another sweep, because, you know, this Tigers team, not a very easy schedule coming up for them. So they're going to have to really lock in. And I feel like Coach Wheatley's got it. He's got the culture down for this Auburn volleyball team. Yeah, looks like the Tigers are going to go back into huddle. Lee Scott's getting ready to come back out here and start this third set. Yeah, Tigers, you know, last week played
after this matchup tonight, the Tigers head on the road to take on the Hoover Buccaneers in Birmingham tomorrow night. Should be a very anticipated matchup.
I mean, yeah, the Hoover team last year, I'm pretty sure, made it really far in the playoffs. So, yeah, Tigers faced with a bunch of tough teams early on in this season. So, yeah, it looks like
the Tigers will return home next Tuesday to take on the Smith Station Panthers. This matchup, I believe, will also be broadcasted on mass media.
Yes. And I believe Lee Scott, yes, Scott's going to take the serve here for Lee Scott. And hopefully Lee Scott can open this set with some momentum. Scott to serve. Good serve by Scott. Stow there with a good dig. Another good dig by Stow. And Etheridge with a power hit.
Wing.
Stow couldn't quite reach it. And
nice cross-court kill for the Lee Scott Warriors, jumping out to a 1-0 lead. This is what the Lee Scott Warriors need to do to try to get back into this matchup.
Yeah, it looks like the first time we've seen them take the lead here in this game. Tigers there with
like Ava Weeks with the cross-court hit.
And the Tigers, you know, that's going to go out. It's going to sail out there. So the Tigers are going to get a point and tie this one up.
Hiller checking back in for the Tigers. Etheridge coming out. Etheridge putting a lot of work last set. Hiller, another strong server for the Tigers.
Yeah, I mean, Hiller, we saw her get a few, I think it was an ace or two last set. So good job by Hiller. Threw it there with a nice dig. Now facing with a monster kill there, and the Tigers up 2-1 now early on in this third set.
One of the mottos for Coach Wheatley and the Tigers are average is your worst enemy, and that was not average hitting. That was some very impressive hitting from Faison.
Yeah, Faison really has a lot of power. She has a very nice swing when she's hitting the ball. Good job by Scott there. Nice dig. Sets it up for
Stringer. Nice hit on Auburn.
A good job by Gabby Stringer there.
A difference in the attacks between Lee Scott and Auburn. Auburn is setting up their hitters very cleanly, giving their hitters the best opportunity to make a nice kill.
And now Hiller back to serve again. Nice serve there by Hiller. Hiller just couldn't quite get to that one, so that's going to be Lee Scott point. And I mean, if you're Lee Scott in this third set, you want to obviously win this third set, but if you can't win this third set, you know, you want to at least end on a good note and try to have a little momentum going into your next matchup. It's a low serve there by the Warriors. And Faison.
Another strong hit.
Now Pruitt with a dig there. Sets it up for Faison here. And Faison just loops that one over, and that's going to be a point for the Tigers. Another, looks like a kill for Faison there, so good job.
Fettner checking back in for the Tigers.
Yeah, we saw Fettner get a few kills and some blocks. Now Stow back to serve.
Stow, another big leader on this team. Really leads
that one's going to sail over the head of the Tigers, so that is going to be 5-2 now. And the Tigers, you know, getting some momentum back on their side. Looks like Stow back to serve again for the Tigers. Stow with a clean serve there. And that one just, nobody could reach that one, so that's going to be a point for the Tigers. 6-2 now.
Stow back to serve again.
Stow with the serve here. Another clean serve for Stow. Good dig by Hargrave.
As the Hill sets up.
Faison with another monster kill there for Lindsay Faison. I mean, I would not want that ball flying at me at that speed. I mean, that would hurt.
A lot of praise for the Auburn High setters getting clean sets. Eliza Hill getting clean sets for Lindsay Faison, Campbell Fettner, and this Auburn High front line.
Stow back to serve again. And looks like a volleyball came on the court right there. Stow now ready to serve for the Tigers. Stow with a clean serve again. And that one's just going to sail out.
Another ace for the Tigers.
Yeah, Stow, I think, with 3 or 4 aces already tonight. So good job by Stow. One of the juniors on this older Auburn squad. Now Stow back to serve again. And that one's going to go out. It's an ace for Stow. The Tigers already up 9-2. So, I mean, like I said earlier, you wanted to see Lee Scott get some momentum, but the Tigers are just taking all that away.
Their serving is really disrupting this Lee Scott offense from really coming together, but it's a lot of praise to the discipline and clean serving from the Tigers.
Now Stow back to serve again. Another clean serve from Stow, and that's another ace. So 3 straight aces for Zoe Stow, and just absolutely dominant serving Stow.
In volleyball, I believe they call it spot serving. She's really finding the holes in this Lee Scott defense.
Another clean serve by Stow there. Tries to loop that one over, but just another mistake here for this Lee Scott team. So 11-2. Now the Tigers lead. Looks like Stow going to take it from a different side here. Stow kind of just a light serve there. Threw it with a nice dig. Dunham hit that one pretty good. And
Hill sets up Fettner with a strong kill.
Yeah, good kill there by Campbell Fettner. And another point for the Tigers to give them a 10-point lead now. And, you know, this game right now, it's getting out of hand. And the Tigers possibly could sweep this matchup between them and the Lee Scott Warriors. Just a light serve there from Stow, and that's going to be a point for the Lee Scott Warriors. So some momentum back on their side.
And there's a lot of pride in this matchup, and there's a lot of pride involved in this matchup too. This is the first time Auburn High and Lee Scott have faced off in a matchup like this, and it looks like Auburn's taking a very commandable lead.
Hill sets up Weeks. Good dig there from Lee Scott. Stow gonna set up for Hill. Fettner.
Nice dig from Stow.
Hill sets it up for Faison, and Faison's gonna hit that one over, and that's gonna sail out, and that's gonna be another point for the Tigers. So 13-3 for the Tigers now.
Dickinson checking back in for the Tigers.
And it looks like Avery Grant checking in for the Tigers as well. Yeah, Dickinson, you know, we've seen her in the first 2 sets get some action, so getting some more action here in this 3rd set, and there's Dickinson with a nice serve. Almost runs into each other there, Lee Scott. Nice dig by Hiller.
That's up Fettner with another kill.
Yeah, Fettner might be AHS Mass Media Player of the Game with the way she's been playing tonight.
I'd agree. Auburn setters are really making it easy for Fettner and Faison and Stringer to find the holes in this Lee Scott defense. Another ace for the Tigers. Take a 15-3 lead over the Lee Scott Warriors.
Yeah, Tigers need just 10 more points to win this set here and sweep the Lee Scott Warriors at home for this this is the 2nd time that the Tigers have played at home this season, so another win for this Auburn crowd. Now Dickinson back to serve here again. Dickinson with a nice clean serve there. Hiller, nice dig into Dickinson. To Grant, and that's going to be Lee Scott point just over the head of the Warriors. So Lee Scott going to get a little bit of momentum here, try to get back in this thing, and maybe, you know, win a set if they possibly can. Down, Dickinson sets it up to Faison.
And cross-court hit.
Yeah, that one just hits the net there. So the Tigers going to get a point, make it 16-4 now. It looks like Etheridge going to come back in, and also looks like Barron's going to come back in as well.
You can really see the fundamentals of volleyball being highlighted here from this team coached by Brian Wheatley. Clean sets, clean serves. There's a lot of discipline behind this Auburn High Tigers team.
Nice serve by Barron there. Stouse sets that one up.
Fettner.
And just a
nice block
nice
from the Lee Scott Warriors.
It's like Dunham there with the block. Dunham with a low serve, and Etheridge kind of saves it there with the dig, and there's Fettner again trying to get a kill.
Stowe with a dig.
Now
Lee Scott.
Yeah, that's going to be point Lee Scott there. So, you know, Lee Scott kind of making it a 10-point game now, trying to get back in this one. And it looks like Dunham back to serve again. So, Warriors going to try to make this a 9-point game. And just a bad serve there. Another service error for Lee Scott. So, Tigers going to get a point. 17-6 now.
Lassiter checking back in for the Tigers. Looks like she'll be back there to serve.
And also Hope Richard checking in for the Tigers.
All the Tigers are taking part in this matchup tonight.
Yeah, Lassiter hit off the back of the Lee Scott player there. And yeah, now the Tigers going to get a point off of that. So 18-6 now. Tigers really close to winning this set. Pruitt with a serve that's just sails out there. And now 19-6 here. The Tigers are just pouring it on in this third set.
Another ace for the Tigers.
Yeah, nice ace for the Tigers there. Now looks like Lassiter gonna serve this one again. Looks like Lee Scott having a little bit of trouble with it, and that's gonna go out. 21-6.
Your Tigers are now 4 points away from taking home this win against the Lee Scott Warriors.
Yeah, actually a rivalry game. I guess you could say it's the Battle of East University. It's like Grant there gets a nice dig and sets it up for Etheridge. Lee Scott still trying to come back in this one. Another setup for Etheridge, and Etheridge loops that one over, and the Tigers are going to get a point. So now 22-6, 3 points away from a win. And they will sweep this Lee Scott team if they get these next 3 points here. And Lassiter out to serve again. And just right there, Lee Scott dumps that one over, and no Tigers can get to it. So that's going to be a point Lee Scott. And now it looks like Elliott Scott back there to serve now. Scott with the serve. Nice serve there from Scott. Looks like Dickinson's going to set up for Etheridge. Good block there of the Warriors. And Etheridge tries to get another kill there. And they just let that one go. Big mental error there for the Warriors.
From the Warriors.
And now 23-7, Tigers 2 points away from winning and sweeping the Lee Scott Warriors.
It'd be unfair to discount the Warriors. I mean, this Auburn High offense, they can beat you in several ways. They can set up Etheridge on the outside, Fettner in the middle, Faison on the other outside hitter. There's a lot of ways this Auburn High attack can disrupt you.
Hill sets up Etheridge again. And
tools off the block.
It's going to be Tigers point. So this is going to be match point, 24-7. And it's going to be match point here if the Tigers can get it. And Coach Wheatley getting this crowd hyped up. And the unit is certainly hyped up right now as Eliza Hill is going to serve this one for the Tigers. Go with the serve. Looked like that almost hit the ground there. Warriors going to try to keep this one alive here. And Hill sets it up for Weeks, and Weeks that one over, so Lee Scott's still alive now. But remember, this is going to be match point if the Tigers can score on this right here. Scott back to serve. Got with a nice clean serve there. Hill sets it up for Richard, and Richard gets it, and the Tigers sweep the Lee Scott Warriors in the battle for East University. Goes to the Tigers. And, you know, a great game here for both these teams. Glad Lee Scott made the trip down from down the road. And, you know, Tigers get another sweep. So the Tigers are actually undefeated in sets at home, 6-0 at home in sets. So Coach Wheatley already making a big statement early for this Tigers team. And, I mean, honestly, we're just going to go right into the post-game show here. And, you know, Andrew, what did you see from this Lee Scott team that, you know, you kind of want to highlight what's coming up for them later on in the season?
Like we mentioned throughout the broadcast, Lee Scott is a team that recently got pulled up from AHSAA. They will face off against 3A competition, and this was a lot of experience game for Lee Scott, facing an Auburn team, 7A powerhouse in Auburn, different adversity, different environment, and for Lee Scott, this is a great experience. Auburn, you played clean volleyball, many aces throughout the night, low amount of service errors, which is the discipline you'd like to see from Auburn as they hope to make a run this season.
Yeah, I mean, the Tigers team, you know, just a great win here. And, you know, what are some things you want to see looking forward to the Tigers season? What are some things you want to see from them in Coach Wheatley's program?
I like to see them continue to set up their hitters and Conley Etheridge, Lindsey Faison, Campbell Fettner, Gabby Shearer. Their attack is great, Reese, and I would love for their setters are great. Eliza Hill, Maddie Dickinson, their setters are playing clean volleyball. They're setting up their hitters. The serves are clean. The team looks great. They look disciplined, and I'm excited for what the season holds for the Tigers.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if you had to, you know, think of a player that probably would be player of the game, who would come to mind for the Tigers tonight?
Oh, Reese, this is a hard question. I'd have to give it to Campbell Fettner. Campbell Fettner played, especially in that third set. You saw her get more involved in the offense. She's a leader on this team. She led this team last year. She had many kills last year. Middle hitter, was an all-star for the Tigers. She really showed out tonight. We didn't hear much about her during the Enterprise game. Lindsey Faison led the way, but I felt like Fettner really made her presence known tonight.
Yeah, but I mean, Tigers' big win here against the Lee Scott Warriors, and that's going to do it for AHS postgame. And we hope you guys enjoyed this game between the Lee Scott Warriors and the Auburn Tigers. And don't forget to tune in tomorrow for Auburn flag football.